All right, hey there everybody on YouTube. Thanks for coming to watch this video. You have most likely just done a search for how to sell stock photography or stock photos and make money. Now, I've started this in 1985. It's been a while, and the reason is I love photography, as many of you will. But what really compelled me to do this was it was something I could do once. And if you get good images, I was told by a photographer that had done this, he says, if you get good images, they will sell or can sell over and over and over and over and over and again. Okay. So the point is that they have to be good photos. Okay. So, and a good photo of a sunset and of fall colors and leaves and a landscape or pictures of Grand Canyon National Park, they've been done. They've been done a million times. Does that mean that you can't? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It just means it's going to be extraordinarily unique at this point because it's the year 2016 and millions of people have already taken those pictures, okay? So let me show you one. Actually, I can show you two of the websites I use. One will be easier than the other, easier to get in, okay? But they're both owned by the same company. So let me show you my, I have to pause a FaceTime call here, and he's going to call back here. So let me, sorry for the distraction. Let me share my screen. I will show you two websites I use to do that. So right now you should see my Google, and you can, you know, if you're searching for, let's see, places for stock photos, let me just put in the phrase, how to sell stock photo and make money. Let's see what comes up. Okay, Shutterstock I've heard of. I'm not using them. Beginner's Guide, I'm not sure what this is. Anyway, let's just go on and I'll show you the sites I use. First one, and it's probably a little more easier to get into, it's called iStockPhoto. And you may have seen another video on my channel about iStockPhoto. I would describe it as a beginning place to start. And what you're going to see here are my images. This is my bookmark for my images. And I take this seriously, but I've not taken iStockPhoto as my main source of income or my main source of images, which will determine my income. Okay. So what you want to do is I would recommend it. Why? Because it's very easy. Let me show you the requirements. And so just go to iStockPhoto.com. So I want you, and by the way, I should have, I had my DSLR. You need a digital SLR so you can change lenses and all that type of thing. So you can't just use a phone, okay? That's not high enough resolution. You can't change the lenses. You can't take the look. You can't play with the exposure. All those reasons why you can't use your phone. So go to iStockPhoto.com, and then at the bottom is Sell Stock. Okay, now I recommend this because it's pretty simple steps. It's only 3 steps. They take people from around the world. You need to be good, okay? They're not going to take everybody just because you sign up, but I'm going to give you some ideas. And if you look at some of my other videos on my channel, I do have some very good ideas for you to submit images. So you join the community. Okay, let's see if I'm going to open this up in a new tab. So you need to join iStock. It's free. Okay, and it's open to all sorts of countries around the world. So no matter where you are, you can join. Okay, so join iStockPhoto, and then come back in here and apply to be a contributor. And they're going to take a minor, real quick quiz just to make sure you haven't done this in like last 10 minutes decided to become a photographer. No, that you've really thought about it, and you are competent, and you understand terms and this and that. So you just take, let me open this in a new tab as well. So they're gonna ask you for basic information. Okay, you may need a government issued ID and such, such as a passport or a driver's license and this and that. And you can send that to them in a JPEG form. Let's see if we can get further. These are the types of sets for the requirements, the image requirements. Okay, so you need to have a 1600 by 1200 pixels or larger. Okay, anything larger will be declined. And then basically, here's what they do need. Okay, and so if you have images that relate to that, great. They don't need simple renders and all this stuff and flags and light blurs and Photoshop backgrounds and single apples or whatever. Those are all gone. Okay, they don't need those. Okay, we don't need symbols. Don't need sunsets, as I said. Okay, unless that's really stunning and like a, whatever, like a miraculous thing, like God is coming down or something like that, right? Okay, so with that, you'll basically just go through that process, and then, okay, you're going to submit your samples, and I'm talking awesome. Let me go back real quick, and I'm going to go back to my login, my portfolio, and I want you to really think about the images. This one in particular that I'm bringing up could be something that you decide to do, because why? It's three gals. They're all model release. They're horseback riding, of course, and you can zoom in and see fairly high resolution, but it's covered with the logo. But here I took this image in 3 shots. The camera never moved. It was on a tripod, and I had 3 of these riders go by. Took the first shot, and this horse was in this position. The second shot, I'm really lucky. It was just really good timing. And then the third shot, and I put them all together. So this is a pretty dynamic, marketable image because it's hard to do. Okay, so I'd recommend that you do something that, don't just, what would I say? I would not just submit my cat in the laundry. This is not done very well. It's been okay, but don't submit a cat yawning in the laundry. You need higher quality. Let's see, where's that? Where'd that go? Here. This is not that you're going to use Photoshop all the time, but it does give you an advantage. So I had this rainbow shot, and then I had silhouettes of horses. It's a pretty dynamic image. So that could be, I want you to submit good quality, okay, good, high, the best you can. And by the way, if you look at this detail wise, you can see the horses' tails, you can see individual, I did a very good job on this in Photoshop. It's a Photoshop image, taken 2 images, but it was done very well. Okay, so that would be your samples. Make sure they're very high quality. Now let me go and give you some ideas real quick here on what you might want to do. So people sell well. Competitive, but it sells well. Nature is going to be difficult, but if you look at these first few, they are good. Okay, when you go into the nature categories, I'm going in there right now. The images you will see are some of the best right off the bat. And I wish it was loading faster. See if I can speed it up. Okay, so nice, clean, lots of room for background images and text for advertising. Pretty nice scene there. This dandelion, oh my gosh, now that's getting to the point where, yeah, you got little dandelion seeds going off That's a pretty, and look at the blurriness of the side. That was probably photoshopped afterwards. Okay. So the competition is tough. This is nature. But, and we're talking communication and networking, you know, the seeds going out representing your sales force, that, you know, people use these type of ads or these images for those types of ads. So the competition is, hey, it's good. You want to make money. You don't mind competition, but you got to have good stuff. So this is a lion. It's, I don't know, but he's very clean. It's not in Africa. It's a hired lion. This one is, if you could do something like this, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. You might have to have 5 plants, and it might take 3 months. No, it wouldn't even take that long for some plants to grow, but you have different stages, and then you work up a background, and then you have, this is what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it takes to make money. Seriously, you don't just happen to go out with your camera to the park and happen across a great image. You think about the concept and you work it. So if some of you are thinking about nature, great. The competition is supreme, is really high. This is quality stuff. If you can put an image with a person in there and it's property and model released, and I mean, this is pretty serious stuff. Maybe you can pull this off in Photoshop with a different background. I don't know. It could be done. So you don't have to travel to Mount Everest. You might just have an interesting rock formation and a guy that can do that. And then maybe you're good enough in Photoshop to separate that out. And then have a stunning background. And then you can have an image. You can put 10 backgrounds in. And now you have, now you're talking. Now you're creating stock images. And it's owned by Getty, by the way. A really powerful, very good company. So I don't know that I want to go more into detail. Look at that. I mean, looking at the camera underwater, you know that's not easy. Okay. Great background. This is a killer image. Okay. So leaves and grass and an out of focus background and some nice, I don't know if that was added, these little octagonal starburst things from the sun. Screaming for advertising. If you do this, you will do very well. So maybe you have to buy some grass, buy some sun, light it very well. You have a couple tree backgrounds and you drop those in. This is all managed, very well set up. Okay. You could expect to do well if you can produce this type of imagery. It's more than just going out with your camera and snapping a few shots. Okay. That's true. Okay. So check out any of the categories that you look at. They're going to be, if you can do or imagine or focus, let's just go to focus, seeing things and reproducing. This is a wonderful shot, by the way. Okay. Talk about the industry of movies and celebrities, and you can do this. That is not hard. And that looks pretty awesome. And negative space down the bottom for the product or the image of the person that they want to advertise. And all of this is property leased and model releases. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. Okay, so that's what stock photography is. So go into iStockPhoto. I recommend it. It's just 3 steps. Not that difficult. Join the community. Apply to be a contributor. And submit some awesome samples of work. And I've given you some samples, okay? Just go down to the bottom. Now, I'm already logged in, so it doesn't work. Just go into iStockPhoto.com and then go down to the bottom. Okay, I'm just scrolling all the way down. Click on Sell Stock, and that will get you to the process. And then start doing some really creative stuff. It doesn't matter where you live. Doesn't matter what type of camera you have. Just needs to be an SLR, digital. And come here and check out competition and then go produce something that is better. And you will do well. Trust me. And I haven't even done this that seriously. And I've made, it's a couple hundred every month. please know, and I have another, I didn't go into this, but I have another website that I use that has, I've earned the bulk of my income. So most of you will be beginners. I would recommend that you just go to iStockPhoto and look for another video, and I'll talk about Getty Images if you're really serious. And that one is just as good, but it's much more competitive. So start with iStockPhoto and move up to Getty. Look for more videos. Give me a like, post a question or a comment, please. Positive. Let's stay positive. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a